What up, though?
What up, though? What up, though? You already know.
Welcome to the first episode of 2024. It's your boy B, and I am privileged and honored to be sitting next to my boy Detroit. Welcome to the show, family.
I'm grateful, baby.
Thank
Appreciate it.
coming through.
I'm honored.
You know what I
First
mean?
guest of the year.
Yeah, first guest.
Set
of
it
the
off.
year.
Let's set it off right. You know what I mean?
Before I really go deep down into it, you know how the situation is, all right? Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. You're in live. Get in on the chat. You got questions you want to ask. You got something you might want to say. You might even want to chime in. So make sure you tell a friend to get in on the chat, all right? That's twitch.tv/on D ROCS, OND ROCS, all right? Big shout out going out to Shay. I know due to other commitments, you was not able to make show and have always been a consistent part of production when it comes down to this. So I just want to shout out to you and wish you a happy new year. You and your family, wishing you guys all the best, and we'll see you soon. All right. So big shout out to Shay, and we'll be touching base with us soon. So, Shay normally joins us live.
Okay. Shout out to Shay.
She's over there in the UK, so everybody over in the UK that tunes in,
That's what's up.
Follow Shay and tunes in. Shay will be back soon, and we're just gonna wait till she deals with that. All right. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, I strongly suggest you do so because it's been a few weeks. I'm already a few weeks into 2024, and boy, this year is hitting hard. You know what I mean?
Man, it's 24.
Yeah.
24 and already. They say what? 2023. You thought that was something, huh?
Yeah.
You thought that was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna get crazy.
It is, and hopefully in a positive way, and hopefully in a way that the people who need to prosper just come out on top.
Oh man, you already know the real win in the end.
Yeah.
You know how it go. Our roads are never paved easy, you know.
Facts. Straight facts. We normally would do a recap in this sense, and I'll find out what Shay done. It's been weeks since New Year's, so everybody's pretty much over it. I feel like people have hunkered down. They've set their goals. The gyms are fucking full. You know,
for a minute.
Yeah,
you got
maxed out in the gym.
Consistency is rare. You know
February
18th.
Check
on your gym partners. You know what I'm saying? Still see if they sticking to that regimen.
Yeah,
you know?
A little Valentine's Day.
What?
That's coming up too. So
consistency is key, baby.
Hey. No doubt. So no, but big shout out to them people who've made those commitments to make change for New Year.
Definitely.
I always think that if you're gonna make change, why wait for the year to end? Wait for the year to go out. Set your goal on your time when you're ready to go. You know what I mean? And know your limit.
I mean, I like that too. I just say, shut the hell up and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't even broadcast it because if you fall short, nobody can. Hey, you said you was
right. Yeah.
Just to be quiet. Let things happen. You know, injuries happen. Bereavement, anything happens. So it's best to just be quiet and go get it, man. Consistency. You know, statistics show, 87% of us aren't consistent anyway. You know what I mean? So it's just a little kick in the ass for the motivation a little bit. You know what I mean?
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. You guys, all right, let me just ask you, how many podcasts have you actually been on?
Shit, man. It's like 6, 5 or 6. Yeah.
All right, so you're pretty warm to podcasts. Yeah. What we guys normally do, we break in the ice. A lot of times we got people who are on the show who don't even they're never done a podcast.
Okay, understood.
Pretty much new to them. But nonetheless, we still play the game.
Let's get it.
All right. Game's called Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
So basically, bottom line, you have to pick one.
I got you.
If and
here we go.
You
You hear the if, ands, or buts, you know some bullshit coming. I'm ready though.
Just straight in the middle. This one's easy. We gonna just fly too easy. I'll give you about 3 of them, and then we'll move on.
Let's get it ready.
All right, cool. Would you rather for a full year no cell phone or no human contact?
For a full year, no cell phone or no human contact. So obviously, if I didn't have a cell phone, I can be in contact with humans. No cell phone. Does that mean I still got internet connection if I don't have a cell phone? I'm just asking the questions. You know, I just gotta ask. You know,
I love it.
You know, you gotta know what you're getting into before you get into it. You know what I'm saying? Before I can give you my synopsis. You know?
All right. No cell phone.
No internet. No nothing. Let's do that. No internet. No cell phone.
Right. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. No. Yeah.
Well, you know, I bet you it's so many people that are like, oh, no human contact. I don't like people. Isolation is dangerous. You know what I mean? I don't care who you're talking to. You can build that big castle on the hill. That's dangerous. You'll be crazy by the end of the year. You know what I mean? To me, you know, I'm a loner. You know, my family. I keep all my private business close to my chest. But I would rather no cell. Well, I would rather no cell phone. You know what I mean? Because you get more done. I mean, a lot of y'all out there don't get shit done because of that cell phone. You know what I mean? So, with the right people, no phone, I'd rather take no cell phone.
All right. Fair enough.
No internet, no cell phone. That's what I like.
Sweet. That's easy. Gotcha. All right, you guys in the chat. If you're in the chat, feel free to answer the question same way. Don't forget, we jump on YouTube same time, so jump in the comments and hit like, subscribe, all of that stuff. Hit the comments. Let me know which one would you rather, and then also give us would you rather. Would we rather do something or the other? We'll get back to you. Don't worry about that. Just hit us up. All right. Hit like, subscribe, and all of that shit.
We here.
All right. Next one. Would you rather for an entire year? No choice. Would you rather wear Crocs or slides?
Slides. I'm gonna have to go slides, man. I'm not a. See, my thing is right. I'm just not a Croc guy. I'm slides. You know, I'm a slide type guy. You know, anything busts out. You know, I can get jiggy in the slides. You know what I mean? Yeah. I ain't trying to kick my Crocs off like high heels. Come on. Nah. We gonna get busy in them slides though.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, I like my pair of slides. I've never owned a pair of Crocs.
Oh, ever.
Never.
No diss to you Croc wearing.
Yeah, I see a lot of Croc parties happening. You know, people, you know, designing them and putting all this shit on them. They got fucking headlights and
I see them. I mean, but I think that's for a certain demographic.
Hey,
you know.
Yeah.
And it's no diss. You know, I love everybody. I love whatever you like. If you like it, I love it. You know what I mean? True. But just me. You know, I saw some on YouTube recently where they had interviewing in the hoods, and you got all these guys with these big guns on, and everybody got on Crocs. And I'm like, man, that's misleading, man. Put you some Chucks on, some Black Forces on or something, man. You got the Crocs on, man, making us think it's sweet. And you pull out this, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man.
Oh, mercy. I can't take you
Put
serious.
Some slides off, man.
What? I don't really take. I mean, it shows personality. I like it, right? Yeah, but I'd rather do the slides.
I'd rather do the slides. No diss on none of your fashion choices. I don't want nobody attacking me. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. All right, you guys. That's what you rather. Feel free to play along next time. We got plenty of games lined up for the rest of the year, as you guys know. Last year we just lumped them with a few games here and there, and then of course we've got our big Off the Rocks game night coming up. So stay tuned for that. You know, we like to play around a bit, keep everybody active, get everybody involved, make people winners. and just give back to those people who generally support. So big up to you guys.
Big up, big up.
All right, moving on to this segment we call Off the Rocks.
Off the rocks. Let's get it.
All right, this is a segment that we give and something that's happened, and it makes you sort of, so what the fuck moment? Like, really? Wow, that happened. In all honesty, loss of life. Well, with this story, in all honesty, loss of life is never really a good thing, right?
Understood.
But reviving somebody
Mhm.
is, a phenomenal thing. And this story, basically, this guy was pronounced dead. They put him in the ambulance. The roads were so bad that the ambulance hit a pothole and this guy came back to life.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me see. I got a story reported.
Must have been in Detroit.
Let's find out. Let me see what I got.
313 people know what I mean. Detroit piles ain't no joke.
Ambulance hit pothole so hard that the man who was pronounced dead came back to life. In a strange incident in Indiana, a man declared deceased miraculously regained consciousness when the ambulance hit a pothole while carrying him to his village where his final rites were planned to take place. Reported by local media, this astonishing event unfolded last week in Patala community when Darshan was being taken to the hospital by his grandson following a sudden illness. While on the way, the ambulance encountered a pothole causing a jolt that startled both the vehicle and its occupants. Shortly thereafter, Barr's amazing grandson, who was accompanying the supposed lifeless body, observed him moving his hand. Bro, that's creepy, bro.
Man, I've heard.
Bro, that's creepy, bro.
Man, I heard of some instances, man. A lot of instances. I heard of many instances like that. Yeah, man. You don't. They say once your spirits leave, your brain's still conscious of it.
Yeah.
You still know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you just never know. You said that's in Indiana, right?
That was in Indiana.
So got a heavy Indian population. Indiana, Tennessee, Kentucky, they all border each other. So it's probably an Indian reservation type thing when they say taking him back to his village.
Right.
But yeah, man, that's creepy, man. I heard of some creepy stories, man, about people passing and miraculously jumping back on, jumping up or twitching. Wild. Yeah, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, but you got to think nerves.
Yeah.
That, still connected, man, and you never know where your brain still in full capacity. So you just never know, man. We don't know much knowledge about the afterlife. But that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
That is off the rocks.
I guess it could be a good thing if it was a relative.
Yeah, exactly. That's what led me to the lead up. That was my lead up into the whole situation. Like, loss of life is not really a good thing. In this instance, like, sure, hit all the fucking potholes you want, my nigga. Let's go hit these potholes. Let's go.
Something I heard, somebody being in a coma for like 30 years, 25 years, or something crazy like that. Came back, woke up. Yeah. I'm pretty sure all your brain function, all your functions and organs might shut down for a while. But yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah. You never know, man. These bodies are crazy, man. You can do a lot of different things. We don't push to the limit, though.
Yeah, no doubt. You gotta have the willpower.
You got some people pushing it to the limit. So
and you gotta have a belief.
Oh man.
You gotta have a belief, no matter what it is.
Oh man, belief is that's bigger than anything. I mean, you got a lot of unsuccessful people with potential, man. You know what I mean? You got a lot of unsuccessful people with potential, but I don't care what you do or how you do it or how you think about it. If you don't really truly believe it, the results will show. We'll know. You can be the best basketball player in the fucking world.
Facts.
But if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't really believe it, it's over, man.
Facts.
But I think, man, relationships, man, got a lot of people who don't really believe in that outcome, so isolate everything into a box. They put everybody into this box. And it could actually be something that belongs to something greater, but you don't believe, you know, so it'll always be fucked up. You know, but belief is real, man. You gotta believe.
Facts. Facts. Sure. I mean, understanding and knowing what you want, the direction you want to go in.
I mean, but
set the path and then, you know, obviously believe in
even about that.
Do it.
Because if you got belief, that path, which your path, whatever your path is, it'll pop up. You know, you don't know. You just never know, man. You could certain things that you've never done. You ever shot archery, like bow and arrow?
No.
You might be a bad motherfucker. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? You just never know how you get introduced to things. How, you know, damn, I didn't know I could be good at this. Or I didn't know. You know, I went to college never playing table tennis maybe 2-3 times in my life. Got to college and got with my Chinese boy. Shout out my guy. I wonder where you at. Got with my Chinese guy. It was a bad motherfucker on the table tennis.
Okay.
You know, never played. But you know, you just never know your limits. Like I say, if we don't see the finish line, we don't even want to sprint. You know
Hey, speaking of, right, I got a big, huge shout out to everybody who participated in last weekend's Front Street Mile, the marathon, the half, the 10K, the Triangle Challenge. That's the word. That's it. So big up to everybody who participated in the Triangle Challenge. Yeah, my son participated in the Front Street Mile. So that was a real proud moment for me to just experience that. Let's give thanks.
Yeah, thanks to you, boy.
You know, looking at that, bro, I was like, the dedication that these people put into just something as simple as putting one foot in front of the other.
Man, it's
real quick. If you have not, fuck everything else. If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, now is the time. I think you should definitely get your drink in hand. What you want, man? Yeah, of course.
Let me tighten him up.
Yeah, of course. We got Bacardi on deck. I had my rug already. We pre-warmed for them people who checked the gram, the pictures with her. You know, to show the bottles that they're
pre-warm.
We're drinking.
You know, grown folks.
Yeah, and so
ain't ready for the truth. Go to sleep.
This is it. It's not even. It's no ice.
You ain't ready for the truth. Go to sleep.
Straight up
today. Truth serum today.
Yeah. So if you have not poured yourself a drink by now, I strongly suggest you do so. Real talk. Yeah, that the dedication, bro, that it takes for these people to. They ran from. This was longer than the 24th of May, right? 24th of May. People don't know. 24th of May is a half marathon, right? And these guys ran
26 points.
Yeah, so they came from Somerset, went down through Devil's Hill, up North Shore, all around Spanish Point, back around into town, up around National Stadium. Hey, bro,
they went crazy.
Yeah,
man, that dedication is absurd, man. I mean,
not only that, like it's a community around just running, bro. There was people out there. I don't know if you saw any of the footage, right? But there were ladies out last year. There was somebody dressed as like a grape, and I was like, now somebody dressed like a banana. I was like, Fruit of the Loom. That's what I'm like. They was, doing it, and obviously, I don't know if it was a sponsorship, if they were out running for their friend who had cancer. I don't know.
It could be anything.
For some type of cause. These ladies. This year they came out and they had these fucking full gowns on. They were dressed up, had the fucking fans on. They were running. Bro, like, you ain't hot in this shit. Yeah. I ask the question all the time. How the fuck? Who is the Work Academy bird guy the same person every year that runs?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, bro, that shit. Hey,
you never know, man.
It's a whole community of people who dedicate to that particular sport, right? And I was like, this shit takes a lot of commitment to continue to do. And crazy. Just like any other sport, it sounds easy to put one foot in front of the other. Like it's the easiest thing to say. Put one foot in front of the other. Put one foot in front of the other. And keep going. But you hit a little incline.
mental, man.
Yeah.
Your mind is a bad boy. You see that guy who just won a marathon? He broke all them records. African guy. I'm not sure where he's from, but he ran every lap of the marathon in under 59 seconds. So every mile, he ran a sub-4 mile. Yes, my boy. He ran a sub-4 mile. Like, it's almost, the crazy thing is
that's wild.
He damn near, I think he ran a sub-4 mile the last mile of the marathon. Like, man, I'm trying to tell you, man, you got some wicked. I mean, you got some superheroes out here, man. I don't know if it's the Anunnaki or whatever. Be one of them, you know what I'm saying? One of the chosen 50, you know. I might go over some of y'all here, but you might be one of the chosen 50, one of them, man, because you got some out of sight athletes out here, man. Look at them records that's broken. You see some shit really with the marathons, man. I'm trying.
No doubt. Hey, yeah, no doubt.
You know how hard it is to run
to it.
Just think,
just running, bro.
Most of his runs was sub minute laps. So you got to think a 400 meter. A mile was 400 meters. So if you run a track 4 times, that's equivalent to a mile. So this guy was knocking out miles under a minute in the marathon and still keeping pace. Yes, man, under a minute. His 400 split was under a minute. Yeah, because you gotta think he's running sub 60 second 400s. You know what I'm saying? In a marathon. And you damn near sprinting. That's a sprint. No,
but if you was to compare,
in a legitimate marathon, like this was
this guy's fucking
not 1 minute, so under 4 minute miles. So I'm just breaking the mile down in 400s. You know, I ran track for 20 years, so 400 was one of my races, but 400 and the 800 were very hard races because it's damn near sprints.
You put it in track talk.
Yeah, you put it in track talk. So 800 meters, I get it. 800 meters, 2 laps. It's damn near a full sprint to some of these guys. You got to think, man. Sub 2 minute 800 is a big thing. You know what I mean?
If anybody who went to Front Street Miles saw,
man,
that's all it is. It's like
amazing
to see, man. It's a sprint.
Running, man.
Front Street Mile is a fucking sprint, bro.
And a lot of that is mental, man. I know a guy out here, man, and I know y'all know him too, but I met him when I got here. I ain't been here forever, but I know a guy here that I never see training. I never see him training. Yeah. Like to have a little toddy, Okay. Walk the streets a lot. Right. Get on it, put him in the mile. It's good to go. Tell your ass up. Good to go. Mental. Yeah, man. A lot of mental preparation, man. Facts. I think it's a lot mental, man. It's pretty close to even, because you're breathing and all that matters. Yeah.
Where your arms pumped, where your shoulders at,
all matters.
The momentum you get.
We used to have to keep our face still.
Yeah.
None moving.
Yes, bro.
Lips moving.
Put your fucking chin in. Yeah. Got them fucking knees up, bro.
You got everybody playing different.
The blocks.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
You're right.
I know. Yeah.
It's a hard sport, man. I played track, basketball, football, baseball. I played everything. Played football up to college. Track, damn near up to college. Right. You know what I'm saying? Basketball, damn near up to college. Okay. Track was my hardest. That was just the hardest sport for me, But the mental aspect. I was young and all type of different distractions and things. But now, how mentally sound I am now, if I had that type of discipline then, I might have been a bad boy, But it wasn't mental to me then. It was like fuck track practice, man.
Yeah. I know, but a lot of kids are that way, Well, a lot of kids. I mean, that mentality is still in some of those kids.
I mean, because that consistent and that resiliency, is some of that can be taught. You know what I'm saying?
Can we break that cycle?
I mean, I think it's a breakable cycle, but you got to think right. I was having this conversation the other day. It's like, back in the day when we were growing up, we couldn't tell our parents, man, I don't want to run track.
What?
I don't want to.
What?
But you got to think, right? We blame our parents for a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of people blame their parents for a lot of shit, but you got to think. back in those days, you know, our parents 60, 70, some 80 years old, you know, they didn't have the opportunity to be as outspoken as we were. You see what I'm saying? Certain things they weren't able to learn because they couldn't really ask the questions that they wanted to ask. They'll be shunned, they'll be outcast, they'll be fired. And then us, we had a little more freedom as far as, you know, we got to say some things and we got to see some things happen for the first time. You know, but now the generation like, fuck it, nigga, I'm gonna speak my motherfucking mind. Mama, you fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It may not be right, but that's what's happening in the cycle. Is like the freedom of speech has become more, it's more lenient, you know. So now these kids, you can't lie to them. No, you know, our parents fucking tell us all type of bullshit. Hey, mom, where you going? I'm going to see Turtle take a walk, type of shit. Yeah. Like, you know, these kids know that. Mom, what the fuck you going? Where you good? Because I ain't about to stay here with this baby tonight. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I ain't watching my baby bro tonight. Right. We ain't have no choice. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different time. It's a different era. You know, so I couldn't say, you know, I don't want to run track. Fuck track. You know, nowadays, I ain't running. You know what I'm saying? You can't pull the wool over their eyes. This is one of the first generations that I seen that, you know, they ain't going for shit. You know what I'm saying? And we have to see if it's a good or bad thing. You know what I mean? But you know, that discipline that we got, you know, I think now would be the time for direction, though. I mean, and not forcible direction. I mean, just guidance. Like I don't know. We gotta find a way to get on the level and talk to them. I mean, you know why it's so hard. I'm gonna tell you why it's so hard, and there's gonna be people that disagree with this, but you know, not only now more than ever, your peers got more influence than your parents once you hit a certain age. Boy, you know what I'm saying? You as a parent can scream and yell. Yep. And that child will look at you like, okay, mom. As soon as your ass go to sleep, they hopping out that window. Like, that dumb baby, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? So your peers got more influence over you at this, you know, in this day and time than your parents. Let's also know that's not also, but throw in the social media. Oh, I was getting there. That's what all the thing was on. It's like, you got to think about this, right? When we were young, dog, we had dial-up. We had the dial up. AOL, fucking. Everybody wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? But now, dog, I don't care if you want to make the biggest whatever. I ain't gonna say nothing. But if you want to learn how to do anything, internet will show you. You know, you can go figure it out. You know what I mean? The negative way. You know, you can learn everything negative that you want to learn. Facts. We didn't have that access, you know what I'm saying? We had to figure it out in person. You know what I'm saying? They get to fake it because you got these kids who never been in the field, never experienced nothing, never did nothing, never really physically touched nothing, but they can get on the internet and learn how to do. They can go get anything from anywhere, you know what I'm saying? And suddenly you got a kid with no knowledge of how to use a firearm. You know what I mean? No knowledge of how to protect yourself. No knowledge of how to maneuver the streets. No knowledge. And you got a lot of them out there like they really with it. Taking guess. And then, you know, when the hammer come down and the police come and the real deal come, you can't be surprised when they take it because they were never ready for that type of life anyway. I see a lot of hopping off the porch too young and not knowledgeable of what comes after that. You know what I mean? Because something come with it. Well, I mean, all right. Are you speaking to what's happening locally, or do you feel that that's global? I mean, I think it's on a global scale, but here it's even worse. You know, and the reason why it's even worse is because you know, you motherfuckers ain't been to no gun ranges. It's a legitimate. You mean when you go away? You know what I'm saying? And you on your way for a few days. You ain't going to the gun range every day. Regular basis. You know, babies kill babies. Yeah. So that shit don't impress me. You know what I'm saying? Whatever strikes you trying to gain or you trying to get, at the end of the day, the cool niggas, they don't be like that. The nerds, when we were young, they running the tech game right now. They're running the real estate game right now. They're running the electronic game, the computer game, and that's what's running the world. They're controlling the world right now. And they were lame back then. But now they got all the money. You know what I'm saying? And it's easy to be a nerd back then. Hit the gym, get you a couple meals. Everything changes. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the women now don't care what you did 10, 20 years ago. This is a what have you done for me lately world. You know what I mean? And that's exactly what it is. What have you done for me lately? You know, they don't care how cool you was, how many touchdowns you scored. I'll be hearing niggas, man, I scored 98 points in high school. Nobody give a fuck. Nigga, you 51. You know what I'm saying? I was the baddest baller around. They don't care. You know what I'm saying? What you doing right now? So what these kids is, you know, here locally, you know what I mean? There's a vast amount of people that's just motherfucking lost. You know what I mean? And
do you believe that it could be an influence of things that are being seen outside of what's happening on this island that combined?
Think about it. You live on 22 miles. When the first sign of gun violence was 2012 or something like that, 11 or 12 or something like that. It's 24 right now, so not even the full 15 years of violence. It's probably ain't even been 40 people gunned down. You know, rest in peace and condolences to everybody. I know it's a touchy subject here, but I'm just making a point of, you know, the violence in the U.S. that, you know, unfortunately I got to experience and I got to see it firsthand. You know, it's not even close to what's happening here. You know what I mean? Like this is the lower scale. You know what I mean? But the thing here is such a community-driven place. It could be such a cultural, iconic place. You know, just from everything that I see, and it's from the outside looking in. You know, and the reason why it's bad here because, you know, not even to bruise your ego or step on your toes, I really don't care because I'm speaking facts, but you're not really like that. You know what I'm saying? You didn't grow up with that. You know, it's 15 years ago, the first so-called, you know, gun crime homicide happened here. Less than 15 years ago. You know, literally less than 15 years ago. The people that's committing these crimes now, you might have not even known what was going on back then. You know what I'm saying? You might have, you wasn't even in it. You was playing goddamn PlayStation 2. You know what I'm saying? and my thing is, you know, here you can really gauge what the music is doing and what the Instagram is doing and what the videos are doing and what we think, what we portray to be cool. You know, they taking that shit literally. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of these rappers and a lot of these people that's into this, y'all see the snitching thing is big right now. You know, y'all just see everybody talk, everybody telling, everybody doing something. So you're starting to see that there's a lot of wolves in sheep clothing. You know what I'm saying?
So talk to me real quick. You said the word, right? And so do you think that people, for whatever reason, for whatever situation, are snitching more for self-gain or for some other reason?
No, it's 100% self-gain. You know, okay, look at it like this. We play football, you know, soccer, whatever, football, you know, English football. When we win, I'm there. But when you lose, I leave. You know what I'm saying? When we lose in the game and I know we about to lose, I leave with 30 minutes to go in the game.
I got you.
That's what you know, that's a good example of snitching. Like you was here when everything was good. You was getting your rocks off when it was good. But as soon as the, you know, judgment day come, you flip flop. You out and you change. And you know, you got to sing a different tune. So it's definitely for self-gain. You know, how can I get out of this? You know, people shouldn't be loyal to you. I feel that way. Like you shouldn't expect anyone to be loyal to you because if you didn't experience disloyalty before, you would never know what loyalty was.
True.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta experience disloyalty before you can even understand the term loyalty.
True.
Shouldn't even be a Bitcoin phrase in our lifetime, because you learn more from the disloyal. Tell me, you know what I'm saying? You learn more lessons from disloyalty.
Yes, fact.
You know what I'm saying? So we need them. You know what I'm saying? We need them around. It's just like you need the good, you need the bad, you believe in up, you believe in down. You need disloyal if you got loyal. It only makes sense universally. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. But snitching, you know, it's just a touchy subject, you know, because you had a guy who brother was gunned down, and he went on the stand and told who killed his brother. Well, this man lost millions because he had one of the hottest songs in the country, and everybody just flipped on him. They turned on him. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, what's your boy name from Philly? He had Corvette. What's the song called? He had a relative killed. He had a song, Uzi Vert was on the remix. You know, it was one of the hottest songs in the country. No, A-Rap is, man, we ain't gonna speak on that. You know, sometimes you gotta be quiet. When you really, you know, that was the opposite thing. Like when you really in the field and you really are off the porch and you really are doing what you're saying, everybody not, but when you really are, that's really the time. Shut the fuck
Don't
up.
say
you
nothing.
know, you need to get out of the way. It's nobody's business.
No,
you know?
and hold them.
We've been taught the opposite of what we supposed to be doing. You know, it's a blueprint. You know, you never show more than what you got tucked. You know what I'm saying? Certain things you just don't do. If you got a firearm, I'd rather you not know I got it. You know what I'm saying? That's the element. Like, why would I be on here? Look at this. You know what I'm saying? Now, it ain't no positive interaction. We can't positively solve this. You gonna kill me or I'm gonna kill you. You know what I'm saying? We can't talk it out. It's over. You know, if you cross the wrong boundary and I know you got a gun, I'm not about to come with a pen. You know what I'm saying? It's like you set yourself up for failure when you start showing everything you got, and then the jackers got. It wouldn't be a world without the people that's trying to take it. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be a world. So, you know, when you lose your life or you get that kick though and you lose all your product or you get, you know what I'm saying? It's a lesson because, you know, nobody should know what you're doing. You know, nobody should know nothing about anything illegal that you got going on. Nothing should be publicized. I don't think you're a gangster because you show a gun. You know, I never. I don't care if you show me a bazooka.
Facts.
A rocket launcher.
True story, bro.
The biggest gun in the world. Because the way I think, you know, I think a little different. You know, everybody's lacking. You know, everybody could be. You got to do something. You got kids. You know, you like to eat. You know, I'm looking at your favorite restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the table where you like to eat at. I already know what area you in. You like Zaxby's? Okay. You know what I'm saying? Let me go to Zax. You on there bragging about how much, man, this motherfucker Chipotle slapping. Where the Chipotle at closest to him? You see what I'm saying? It's like it's people that really think like this and they really eat by taking. You know what I'm saying? They want to come get you when you got to think, man, you got
like that burger.
You know, how many people?
You like that KFC?
Yeah, you like that. You like KFC. You know, you on there. I see you with Mr. Chicken 3 times. Okay, we got 2 locations. My boy like food. You know what I'm saying? What his girl look like? You know, his girl might be coming. You know, people really think like that.
Yeah,
like,
the alley and take that sargassum.
You just never miss. And then, you know, it's coming from a place where I come from. It's like things happen every day. Like they happen literally every day. Like you ever went to go get food and you go home and you eat your food and the next day you see 7 people got shot where you got food from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Lord, why was I 20 minutes early? You know what I'm saying? Like, why was I 30 minutes early? You know what I mean?
No way that happened. Like they got
man. I can give you
I just got a cigarette from the
facts. I can give you 100% facts. And even here it happened to me 10 times. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, I just saw him. We just had a conversation. He just left. You know what I'm saying? Not just left me personally, but I just passed him at Arnold's and what up? You know what I'm saying? Bike crash. You see what I'm saying? It's like
what that small.
You just never. But it happened to me 30 times, and it's like, damn. You know, here really taught me how close death is. You know, how close death really is to you. You know, you just never know. You know what I mean? And, you know, we like to play. We always think we got more time left than what we really do. So when you on there flashing guns and you on there showing them drugs, like I love, you know, the videos I love on Instagram is when dude said, yeah, nigga, I'm on a train and I got this blicky on me right now. Anybody want to play with me? Come get it. And somebody messaged him, hey, what train you on? Nigga, I'm on the B train. And then the next slide, you see the nigga who talking about I got the blicky getting walked out by police. You know what I'm saying? And it's like,
dumb
dog, like you just gave 10 years of your life away to show a motherfucker you got a gun. Like, I don't, certain things shouldn't be shown, man. Certain things shouldn't be talked about.
Facts.
What's understood ain't got to be said.
Yeah, explain.
You know what I mean?
No doubt.
That's really like that. But the violence here, man, is so, you know, I don't know the private beefs or who was killed or what blood was lost or who blood or who hands, you know. I'm speaking from outside that perspective. I understand where, you know, somebody from this side might have killed somebody, one of your relatives. So
disclaimer page before we disclaimer. All right.
Yeah.
I'll state it. Yeah. But you know, the views and expressions expressed on this show.
You know, this is all hypothetical. You know, and you know, I'm not involved enough to know what their personal issues are. You know, I mind my business well. You know what I mean? And that's one thing about this place that burns me up is, you know, a lot of people don't mind their business. You got a large population that don't mind their fucking business. You know what I'm saying? It's the worst. You know,
it's the simplest thing as to just.
I'm being real, man. I ain't naming no names. I ain't going cat because I don't care enough. You know what I'm saying? My life is amazing. You know how
that's just getting wild, bro. It's just like interview after interview after exposure after story after just like separating the truth from the lies right now as to timelines as to is he saying what he's saying correct? Bro, is a lot.
I mean, you know, in a small country like this, you can kind of articulate it because we all been through it. And what I mean is you're gonna hear a rumor that is 100% not true about you. It's possible to hear. It's so possible here to hear it. You know what I'm saying? So one thing that you never do is publicly address it. You know, really, if it ain't you, I ain't clearing nothing up. If you believe it, you better stand on it. You know what I'm saying? If you don't,
I can agree.
Understand.
I can agree. So I get it. Yeah.
If somebody come out, man, you did it, and 16 minutes later, you come, motherfucker, I ain't.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because
I got reason now to question why you so defensive right now.
And my morals and the way I carry myself, that's gonna stand out more to me than, you know, the people that love me know I'm solid or whatever. You know you. I don't got to explain to somebody that got nothing to do with this house running. You know what I'm saying? Nothing to do with these bills getting paid. You know, us as a community, and I'm talking about the blacks, like, man, we worry about the wrong shit. You know what I mean? We so worried about the wrong fucking shit. Like, then, you know, other demographics, and we ain't gonna go into races. They don't do a lot of shit that we do. You know what I'm saying? We fuck up and we fall. What's the first thing we do? We about to go blast up. Yeah. Man, you can see a motherfucker done been accused of pedophilia and all type of shit. And them motherfuckers in his demographic, they not saying shit. Yeah. They not dogging him, they not throwing him under the bus. They ain't saying nothing.
And everybody else, they formed the whole fucking group chat.
A group chat.
We got this out with the fucking picket signs, and
we got the nicest fucking culture on the planet. Bunch of nice ass motherfuckers, and wonder why we don't get nothing. You know, and I'm not separating no race class, but just being a part of us, and I love us. But I could see from the outside looking in, like I could see going to several different countries, living in, coming to this country for several years. You know, I can see it, man. We worry about the absolute wrong shit, like certain things. Like, okay, take for instance, I'm walking down the street. Motherfucker, look at me walking down the street. See me walking. Oh, that nigga ain't got no transportation. He ain't got no.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? See a white motherfucker walking, he exercising. You know what I'm saying? Any other. Now I'm not dissing. There's no race, nothing. I'm just saying how fucked up our culture are. You know what I'm saying? So you can't.
Never mind. In fact, I'm gonna pick up my car.
I'm just gonna go walk. I could have just took a stroll. It could have been a nice day.
I didn't want to park my car this close to the situation.
I just want to take a walk. You can't even take a walk without a motherfucker judging what you got going on.
Facts.
But at the end of the day, it's just like the same thing. Like a motherfucker, you know, I want to go spend $7,000 on a bike. Get that motherfucker up. You know, you still check the check, but you got to do. Let me get this motherfucking bike up. I spent $7,000 on the bike. Well, you got 90% of a whole nother demographic. Every one of them in a better financial position than you, and all they bikes worse than yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All they transportation worse than yours.
Yeah.
But them cribs is paid for. Yeah. You know, they getting all type of whatever stipends, they working and all this, and they'll judge you for it.
You know what I ended up doing? We had this little function back in November. I talked about it a little bit, whereas it was a men's forum, right? It was basically talking about we had a bunch of people, guest speakers, come in, and one of them was like the CEO of Bermuda Commercial Bank. Big shout out to them. This guy, I knew I've seen him before, but I never knew his role. I never knew his title. This guy rides around on this beat up CM. Bro, to see him so fucking beat up, it's like it's almost things like the frames cracked in half, the fucking stand don't work. You gotta fucking lean it up against something. You gotta kickstart it. Some way, somehow, something's wrong. The fucking bike's just, beat right the fuck up. Black man who rides around on this beat up bike, goes to people's homes and talks about financing and how to better your finances and things like that. He came and gave this speech, and I was highly impressed. And I knew I didn't know his title. I just knew this guy. This guy always running around in this fucking got a nice suit. Wearing a nice clear, nice suit. It's clean. Give him his props. It's clean suit, but his bike's fucked up. Like, you know what I mean? And I judged it off of going home to guy riding his bike.
Going home to $3.5 million dwelling,
big ass house.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean?
Family good, kids all through college.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Got access to a decent car. I could go ride a bike and get in this car if I want to. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, and I'm gonna give you a similar example, but we went back. Let's take it back to you are who you hang around. You are
Facts.
who you hang around. If he's a CEO of a bank, and where you think they at? You know what I'm saying? Who you think in the bank the most? Who you think as a Bermuda commercial bank, you're not going in there to go just deposit and take out.
Take out.
Invest.
Invest.
Roth IRAs and CDs and different things like that. You're doing a real commercial business. So who doing that? You know what I'm saying? And just being real. Like, we talk the most shit, but we own nothing. You know what I mean? And them, we always talk about, I want to own this shit and I want to own that, even though we don't got nothing. Not knowing that this motherfucker over here on Bermuda Commercial Bank don't own nothing. He control everything. Everything's put in a trust. So y'all looking like y'all want to own the world. Well, the owning the world comes with a whole lot of liability. You know what I'm saying? And you throw that world into a trust, and that world needs to be fixed. Who got to fix it? Trust. Yeah. That business go bankrupt. It ain't a Bermuda Commercial Bank. That's that trust. But you want to go own everything and be this big dog with your name on everything, and that business don't work out. And guess who got to pay all that money back? And guess who got to go through the bankruptcy? And guess who got to go through the foreclosure and all that?
Since you touched this, but we're just here on this topic, right? We might as well what's your take on the small business market on this island in terms of the entrepreneurs, the small businesses that are popping up here and there, that they're trying to make it, they're trying to get things done. What's your take on that?
I mean, my take on that is, I wouldn't get discouraged here if anything you do don't work. You know what I mean? I mean, in this place here, I wouldn't get discouraged if anything doesn't work. And the reason why I'm saying that, obviously we support small businesses. I run a company myself where y'all trying to build and get to a certain level. You know what I mean? But like they say, We had this conversation the other day. You know, I can get a bottle of water from Costco for 25 cents. You know, I can get a bottle of water from Walmart for 50 cents. You know, that same bottle of water at the hotel is $6. You know, same exact brand of water in the airport is $9. You know what I mean? Sometimes it ain't what you got, is where you at. You know what I'm saying? And where you at? Sometimes you are around a bunch of people that shrink your value, and you don't even understand that they shrinking your value because you hear and you stuck. And everybody's mental health ain't where it needs to be. Everybody ain't schooled on what they need to understand. You know, and that's not nobody's fault, you know, even though ignorance is not an excuse to break the law. You know, but at the end of the day, YouTube is free. You know, YouTube University is free. Anything you want to think about.
Have you seen, I don't want to call it jealousy or hate, but what has your take on competitive small businesses?
To me,
is it worth it in this country?
I mean, you can have the right small business here and double your job in some instances. You know, if you had a 9 to 5, you can clear, you know, a nice over 100 with a small business here. You know, with it being so much more expensive than other places here. You know, the market is here for the right product, but then you got everybody else that want to squeeze you. So you got shipping, and then you got this, and then you got that. Everybody got to get theirs. This is a country where they gonna get theirs up here. You know, they gonna give you a little breathing room to get what you know, make something. But you're not gonna get 50 million out of them without them knocking on the door.
Hello.
Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You got a edible business. Come on, health department. Let's bring let's try to find some. Let's just actually, how are you making Nifty? You know, and they want to come see how they can get 10 out of Nifty. You know, 15 out of the Nifty. You know, this is the perfect glass selling country. You know, I don't care if you want to, however you look at it. I'm from a whole other place, you know, where, you know, immigrants come in 7 years, they learn the structure and they got 10, 15 million. You know, it can happen. You know what I mean? But here, this is a place where they want to regulate every dollar that you got coming in, and that's just life. That's what it is. You got other countries is worse. You know, not saying good or bad thing. I guess for some regulations it's good, but like I said, at the top here, they gonna squeeze everything they can squeeze out of you, and then whatever you can make work. You know, but at the end of the day, my idea of success might be 80 million, 200 million. Somebody else's idea of success is a man and a woman making $80,000 a piece, and they can live a marvelous fucking life. Travel every year, kids go to college. That's success to some people.
So
you know?
it takes me to this, right? In terms of let's turn creative now.
Let's get it.
Right. So because of this entrepreneurial thing, you obviously in this country, my personal opinion, you have to be creative enough to think outside the box. To reach a target market, if it's not already here on a bigger scale that, you know, blows the smaller business out of the water. So you got to become creative, right? And so in terms of being creative, and we have plenty of people on this island who are creative in many ways, like art and music, and talk about the arts in itself. And that culture of creativeness. Do you think that Bermudians or people, let's not even limit Bermudians because there's all sorts of people who are creative on this island, right? So do you feel that creatives have what they need to fulfill majority of the creative needs on this island?
I'm going to tell you from my experience, right? With it being such a glass ceiling, and when you get to a certain pinnacle, it's like you hit a firmament. You know what I'm saying? You can't go no more. You stuck. That can be the biggest self-doubting, knock the wind out of your sails situation. You know, and my thing is we talked about this. If you don't believe it, it don't make sense in doing it. So when so many things go wrong, it takes a certain brain to say, okay, I'm gonna adjust this process, and I'm gonna adjust this cost, and I'm gonna adjust this. I know I'm the shit. I know I got it. I know I can commission this shit all over the globe. You know what I'm saying? This one country. I know I got it. You know what I mean? And when you got that belief, that firm belief that is you are him, you are her, you are the king, you are the queen. Can't nobody stop you. I don't give a fuck of you. Whatever you at, Timbuktu, Tanzania, Burkina Faso.
So tell me something. My opinion. Some people are lazy. They can be creative, and they have reached a certain point, and I do see more potential in them, and they feel that somebody else should be helping them to get there. In this country,
I think you gonna generally have people that's lazy in everything. There's people in the NBA that's lazy. There's people in Major League Soccer that's lazy. There's people in Premier League that's lazy. You know, you gonna have that. You gonna have successful lazy people. They just got enough talent to skim by. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, you know, as a business, you know, that laziness can come from being knocked down. You know what I mean? It's like, why go hard? Like, I know some people that's pretty good at their craft, but I don't see nothing they doing.
Yeah, that's true. No, that's true.
But I know their confidence is shot. You know what I'm saying? I can talk to you. I got a 6, 7.
Can we build it? Can it be brought back?
Not by me, not by you, not by him. That's inner. You know what I mean? That's an inner. See, the thing is, man, this shit is in you, not on you. You know what I mean? It ain't. It's in you. It ain't on you. So this out here is nothing. You can get rid of this outer appearance and focus on everything in there. You can.
All right. So let me take you back to that environment of water that I'm purchasing. That do we have that in this country to provide that person to come back?
I mean, I think that you could, and the reason why I think you could, because you got a large Indian population, you got a large Filipino population, you got a large expat population, you got a big European population, you got a big tourist population that comes in. You got all those markets that will spend money, that make enough of it. You know what I mean? But it's the niche. You know what I mean? It's just about finding your niche. Everybody ain't gonna get it. You know what I mean? Just because you can paint well, the way you articulate your speech might be where you need to be going with your money. You know what I'm saying? That might be, you might need to be a life coach. You know what I'm saying? And paint on the side and go somewhere else and sell that paint. But you life coach here. You get what I'm saying? Like, just because you good at something, that doesn't mean that's what you're gonna win at. You know what I mean? That might win later. That might be the secondary thing you win at later. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to the point where you just never know what the niche can be. Think about it. What, 80% of people that go to college don't use their degree?
Yeah, boy,
you know
listen.
That's just what it is.
And that's generally that's in the world. Now let's talk about man. We running out of time, but there are people in this country who have degrees who are not able to get a job in their field, outside of their field, sweeping and picking up fucking
all
trash.
Over the globe, dog. I'm talking fast food restaurants, and they make good money out here. So if you watch it from any other place, don't slip. You know, you got fast food workers making more than some of y'all. Some of your good teachers in some places. You know what I'm saying? You got people working at grocery stores here that's making wonderful money to live and live a good life. So,
bro, you spoke on something. Do teachers make enough?
No way. No way. I feel so bad.
Is that a reason why you are?
No. Okay. It starts at the house. It starts at the crib.
I'm just asking.
It starts at the crib. Y'all, we live in a country where money is preferable. You know, you might think it's not.
Is education a problem?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what I think it is, right? I don't care. Okay, this is my thing. To me, right? To me, in this day and time, there's no way that everything is changed, but schooling. Everything on this globe goes through evolution. You can go back to a classroom in 1895, and it's set up the same way as a classroom here. Also a prison. They don't change. So what they're doing is they're introducing the, I need you to be a worker, my boy.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to follow that direction. I need you to listen to me, because if you become obedient, if you become obedient, I control.
Yeah.
You know, these kids should be outside. These kids should be exploring this lake, exploring this lab, exploring this. There's no way a kid with energy, ready to bubble, and now more enthusiastic than ever with everything at their fingertips. There's no way a child should be in school 8 hours a day, Monday through Friday, without leaving the premises to go learn agriculture. You know, learn horticulture, learn how to balance a bank account. Learn how to. You telling me you want me to learn trigonometry and pass it when I'm never gonna use that shit again?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
In my life, bro, I took calculus, trigonometry, the highest math. I'm trying to be the highest math whiz, and then I got out of school like, what the fuck I do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, not once. I'm in instruction and I don't use it. You know what I'm saying? And not just that. It's like, you know, none of it. You know, so my thing is, I got a whole problem with the whole education system. You know, there's no way I should go to Dubai, go to Morocco, go to some of these places in Africa, go to Australia. Mm-hmm. Education and healthcare is free. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's free. But, you know, healthcare is $1 trillion industry. All right. You know, it's $1 trillion industry.
Let me break this down. I'm gonna give you this quick synopsis, right? And then we're gonna jump up out of here, and you're gonna come back.
I'm coming back next Thursday. Let's get
the way this goes.
We back next Thursday. We can bring another guest as well. We can do the repeat.
You speaking about the educational system being free, right? I got this opportunity. I spoke to got to know this guy, right? Mm-hmm. I saw him pretty often in passing, so I'm like, fuck, I've seen this guy, say good afternoon to him. Fuck. Just sitting out, he's having this little smoke. Let me just fucking talk to this guy real quick. So I said, yeah, what's up? You know, found out his name. He's an Indian. So I said, you know, got into talking. It was over a period of days. Come find out this guy's got kids. I'm talking to him, you know, your kids, yeah, I'm working so my kids can go to private school. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm here. Mm-hmm. I want my kids to go because the educational system here is shit. Mm-hmm. So in certain parts of the world, their educational system, although is free, might not necessarily be the best educational system for them.
But
so
I got a question, right? Honestly, pick a Asian, Indian, African. They get educated abroad, come to the U.S. to secondary education, work or whatever. How many of them you meet that's not on this shit?
Yeah, you're right.
Just think about it. Yeah. How many of them that you meet that got bad grades or don't excel in
focus
their education?
And they
you can't find
they excel. Yeah, they definitely excel.
They take advantage of the opportunity. We fucking spoiled. We coddled as a culture. And these kids, there's no way you were 12 years old with not a fucking skill, but even though that can make you money as well, but that's fairly new. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You can't screw, hammer, nail, drywall, hunt, fish, cook. Right. Go to Tanzania or Nigeria, or some of the 56 to whatever, how many villages you want to call it, in the continent of Africa. Y'all stop fucking calling Africa a country too. In the continent, you know what I'm saying? Of Africa, like I say, between 54 and 58 villages, however you want to count it. You can go there. You know, you can go to these places, right? And you can go see for yourself. These kids will run fucking marathons around our kids. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Fucking marathons around.
3 or 4 different
because
languages.
You want to know why. One, social media and all that shit ain't there. Yeah. But you got a village raising. You get me?
Yeah.
So just think about the difference if this happened, right? So think about this structure. Everybody talk about the hierarchy of men and women and the money gaps and all of that shit, right? So say you are a stay-at-home husband. What if we flip the script? And wife, you want to be independent. Baby, go get that money. I support you in your career. But guess what? Lil Junior is going to be at home with me Monday through Friday. By the time Lil Junior get 15, he's going to run the fucking mop the floor with the rest of these 15-year-olds that's in public school or private. He's going to mop the floor with them. You know what I'm saying? Everything he's going to learn, he's going to be able to know how to read a blueprint, know how to build a fucking house mentally without having to go out there and do it, know how to shovel snow, know how to change oil, know how to change brakes, know how to do it. And he's going to be a fucking man by the time he's 15. You get me? But another thing I want to touch on, you want to know why that don't happen? You want to know why a lot of these fucking marriages and shit don't work? You want to know why a lot of these relationships don't work? Because we brought up in households where we're taught we need to be independent. Independent, men and women, especially the women. Independent. So you got to think, when you're independent, you're going to go through some things that you can't cover. You're going to have hardship sometimes because you're trying to do it on your own. It's a new leaf. You're jumping off the porch, right? So that turns you to independent survivalist. Right? That turns you to an independent survivalist. Mentally, so from young, you taught to be a survivalist. You taught to go get it. You taught to be a go-getter. So what that means, you're used to doing it on your own. You think you can do it on your own. So when you get at this big grown age of 34, 35, it's time to settle down. And it's time to cohabitate. And it takes 2 arguments until you think, fuck you, I can do this on my own, bitch, I'm gone. Or motherfucker, I'm out of here, you can get your shit and go. Take a half argument. You know what I'm saying? There's no logic behind it. I'm independent. You got to be independent my whole life. So I don't mind the familiar hair. You get me? That unfamiliar habit. That's the thing. We'll take a familiar hair over unfamiliar habit. We don't care. That's just the game. That's how we've been taught. That's how they
do me a favor. Do me a huge favor.
What up, dog?
Give me that quote, and we're going to cut it right there.
We'll rather choose a familiar hell than an unfamiliar heaven. Detroit dog. You'll rather choose a familiar hell than an unfamiliar heaven. I'll be back next week.
If you have not poured yourself a drink by now, you're late. You missed it. Yeah. Catch us on next week. We gonna part 2 of this, my boy Detroit. Big shout out to Shay. Bro, thank you for coming through.
Man, I'll be back last week.
Anybody you want to shout out before we jump up out of here?
Man, I just want to shout out everybody, man. Shout out my boy, man. Shout out everybody, man. Shout out everybody who grinded. I just wish success and prosperity on everybody. If you know me, you know my energy is always positive, man. I want everybody to win. I don't give a fuck if you win, but I want you to win. You know what I mean?
Like that.
I love all y'all because I know everybody's not going to get it. Everybody can't win. Everybody can't go. Stay vigilant, stay dangerous, stay consistent. I'll see y'all next week as we regroup. You know what I mean?
No doubt. You guys, again, we appreciate you. Much love to you. I got to say one big shout out going out to Nocturnal. Thank you for facilitating this.
Oh, yeah.
As usual. Much appreciation. Forgot somebody?
Man, I forgot. You already know, man. Shout out my company, man. Urban Construction Services, man. Shout out Elanette and the whole staff, man. You already know. We got a trade school, fully functioning trade school here on the island for everybody. But I'm really reaching out to the youth. That impressionable 11 to 17. If you got them youth, that age of youth in the house, send them to me, man. I got a lot of game to give them to put them on a track that I think, where I went wrong. I made some missteps. Some of y'all might know, but like I said, I came home with the ground running, and I want to give them some of the knowledge.
We're gonna dive into that a little bit next week. We're gonna really get down and
let's get down to it. What you
deal with and what you look to do for the future and
man, help this youth, man. I want to further them, man. That's it. That's what I want to do.
Yeah, no doubt. Once again, big shout out to Nocturnal. Thank you. I always forget people, so It just is what it is. You guys know what to do. Like and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Jump on the gram. Our Twitch is now updated, so it no longer will say Mondays we go live. Thursdays we do go live. Let us know how you feel about our set. We're gonna keep dressing this thing up until we get it proper right for you guys, so you can see us and of course enjoy the set that we're on. I feel comfortable. I feel great where I'm at, so I'm grateful for that. And so it's nothing but upward movement from there. You guys keep it locked right here on the rocks. Next week is what it is. We out. Peace.
Dose.